Was good. Let some people fall in. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? How'd y'all like the fight last night? What's going on, beautiful spirits? TM, what's up, sir? How you doing? I know last night I said I was going to call this a worst rant, nasty rant, but I thought I'd get more control of my emotions. All right? And what I like to say about Triple G, Derevyanchenko fight. Salute to both fighters for an amazing. Salute to Derevyanchenko for sure. Salute to Golovkin for an amazing fight. Absolute classic, without a doubt. Peace and respects to them. I like to say to DAZN, salute. Thank you to DAZN for an amazing fight. DAZN, again, has delivered great fights. Okay? They just didn't deliver a great decision. DAZN did not deliver a great decision. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? Boxing again. Not DAZN. Specifically, boxing. No matter if it's DAZN, Matchroom, PBC, Golden Boy. Boxing is not delivering just decisions to the fighters that put their lives on the line when they get in that ring. Triple G versus Sergey was my fight of the year. But that was, man, you know what? After I thought that Porter and Spence was, you are absolutely right, Tomasco. This jumped over Porter and Spence fight. It is the fight of the year now. I wasn't even thinking about it. last night, but you're 100% correct, bro. 100% correct. That was the fight of the year. And it was easily, not arguably, easily the worst decision of the year. Well, one of them. The only one worse than that was the one, last weekend when the guy Romero got the decision over the guy from guy from Kazakhstan or whatever. But what's disgusting about boxing right now, all that ill bullshit can go out the door. It was close. And mind you, y'all, the decision was unanimous. But it was unanimous for the wrong fighter. That was a unanimous decision. They got the decision right by it being unanimous. But they got the name wrong on who it should be unanimous for. Everybody and their mother saw Golovkin lose last night. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles saw Gennady Golovkin lose last night. God, the Holy Spirit, the devil, the Grim Reaper, and the Pope saw Gennady Golovkin lose last night. Hit the like button, please. Real talk. This is destroying boxing, okay? And let me point out one other thing. People, a lot of your subs are employees for these boxing stables, okay? A lot of the subs for our videos are employees or hired opinion swayers for the boxing stable. And their purpose is to put down a comment, said it was a close fight, but I still got Triple G winning. They make sure they go to the most popular boxing channels and make at least every other comment that to counter a comment saying Derevyanchenko won. This is what they're paid to do. This is their purpose. To sway the opinion of anybody who didn't see the fight already. Or sway the opinion of a weak-minded individual. To control the narrative. To control the sheep. They are subs. I got them. All of you got them. Those content creators for boxing. We all got these subs that just people who are employees for various boxing stables. And they're fronting like they're real fans. They're fronting like they're real fans that's watching the fight. Oh, I see Triple G won it. Okay? So I want to say that. Don't believe the hype. Hit the like button, please. Wasn't close at all. No, it wasn't. That fight wasn't close. It was close up till... The fight was close. It was close up till about the 8th round. And then Derevyanchenko pulled away. It was close up to the 8th round. Why? To the 7th round. It was close up to that. Why? Because Derevyanchenko had points he needed to make up. A point he needed to make up for the first round knockdown. Derevyanchenko had a point he needed to make up for the first round knockdown. So that's why the fight was close early on. But Derevyanchenko separated and moved away. Now the thing is, you understand, yes, it was a well-fought fight. It was close as far as the proximity where they was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Punches being landed. But Derevyanchenko did enough to win all of those rounds. He did a little bit more than Golovkin. Now I'm going to say a little bit. He did, in some rounds, he did a lot more than Golovkin to win those rounds. He was putting it on him. He was putting on him to fight. 11th round, he significantly, the first time I could visually see Triple G hurt multiple times ever. The first time I've ever seen Triple G hurt, and I mean hurt, that you could visually tell, because Triple G is wonderful, okay, at masking that shit. But it was the first time ever that I literally saw Triple G hurt significantly multiple times in a fight. First time ever. So Canelo never hurt Triple G like Derevyanchenko hurt Triple G. I didn't see Canelo visually hurt Triple G at all in their fights. I seen him make him uncomfortable. Sergey Derevyanchenko hurt Triple G multiple times. What's up, Chris Tan? Either man could not have taken it, Albertez. The only man who should have taken that fight is Sergey Derevyanchenko. Lou DiBella's out there airing it out on Fight Hype. Lace Hatcher, what's up? That is complete untruth that you're speaking, Albertus. So I'm thinking you're one of the subs, okay? You're one of those fake profiles that's want to control the narrative and have people believe that Triple G won that fight. Or it was so close. That's the thing they try to say. Okay, it was a close fight. It could have went either way. No, it couldn't have. The fight wasn't that close. It was hard fought by both men. But like I said, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder could see Derevyanchenko won that fight. Every fighter you spoke to, everybody on press row saw Derevyanchenko win the fight. So now we're in a situation in boxing where they rob a fighter who's trying to cement his legacy. And nobody said it better than Lou DiBella today. He was robbed. The fight wasn't a robbery. I'm not going to use the R-bomb. Yes, write it down there, Suleiman. But on the video, you don't use the R-bomb. I can't use the R-bomb. But I will say how Lou DiBella said it. Sergey Derevyanchenko was robbed of a great victory. The fight wasn't a robbery, but Sergey Derevyanchenko was robbed of his moment. He was severely robbed. Severely, that's not the right adjective to use for that. He was undoubtedly robbed of his moment. And, you know, another black guy for the sport, You know, the shameful thing about the whole thing is fighters should not be loyal. Fighters should not be, let me watch what I say. Triple G lost. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits. Derevyanchenko won. You have a fighter who's trying to cement his own legacy, make his mark. Not just fighter, but many fighters. Cement their legacy, make their mark. They don't got the money behind them. And because they don't have the money behind them, they are robbed of greatness. They're robbed of fair decisions. And what they're doing is the money is destroying boxing in a whole in these stables, whereas they want to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, a handful of cash cows. They feel like only a handful of, they make it seem like only a handful of fighters can be superstars or stars. Boxing is honestly pretty deep right now with great talent, with really good talent, okay? That's close. It's not like many fighters that stand above the rest, far above the rest. There's very few fighters in boxing right now. The talent-wise in boxing, the talent gap is close than it's ever been. Closer than it's ever been. But we don't get the opportunity to see that, and they are robbing the fans of knowing and be able to identify other great fighters in the world of boxing besides the Canelo, the Triple G, the Tank Davis, or Spence. Okay? You got fighters like Mr. Gary Russell Jr. that's getting robbed. His legacy is getting swept under the rug or put on a shelf. Why? Because he understands the business. You can't rob him of his money. He just won't buy in, give in, and do whatever y'all want him to do. So, you know, I can't go off and say everything I want to say because there's certain words that are the bombs, you know what I'm saying, for boxing, just like any other industry that you can't say. But Derevyanchenko won that fight last night. And it was a beautiful fight. It was a beautiful fight. It was a war. It was awesome. Well, it's not just about supporting him. Yeah, I am supporting him, but not because he's from DC. It's because he has what's supposed to be the most prestigious belt in boxing, the WBC strap for 126. Yeah, it seems like no other fighters want to come his way to get it. Unification trumps everything. So Leo the Duck Santa Cruz, if you're not trying to unify, then what are you doing? Okay, right now what they've done in boxing, or what they're convincing the unknowledgeable boxing fans, they make seem like belts in multiple weight divisions is more important than becoming undisputed in one. That is the narrative they're trying to control. That is what they're pushing, the propaganda in people's minds. Oh, he's a champion in 3 or 4 different weight classes. That's what they're doing with Lomachenko. The fastest fighter to win multiple belts in different weight classes. but they're not the greatest in one weight class at all. They ain't the greatest in that weight class. To prove you the greatest, to prove you a pound for pound one, you need to wipe out one division. You go undisputed from one division, then you move to another division. If the other fighters and promoters and stables are willing to, or about the same thing, proving who's really the best. But that's not what it's about. It's about trying to keep a fighter's worth as high as they can. Okay, keep their esteem, their prestige, their aura as high as they possibly can. Okay, to bank off as much as they can off of them before they fall off. They're not trying to have them fall off by fighting other competitive fighters, great fighters. They don't want them to fall off with a loss. They want them to fall off on their own. So they'll go ahead, even when they have a tight fight, they get gift decisions, disgusting decisions, or now a draw. And so it should be a rematch. You know what I'm saying? When they have the tight fights. And they try to never say it was a close fight. It could have went either way. No, that fight could not have went either way. The whole world saw it. Did you hear the crowd? The crowd booed vigorously against that decision. And the whole world seen it. So all the subs in your comment section, that's really employees, boxing employees is what they are, but fake subs, they can't even try to control the narrative. Because when people see that fight, they're going to see Derevyanchenko won. When they hear the decision, they're going to hear the crowd think Derevyanchenko won. Press row, everybody, Derevyanchenko won. So I'm all over the place because I'm not going to really air out the way I want to air out, the way I plan to air out how I was feeling last night. I'm just going to say boxing, the boxing era right now, the era of the draw, the era of the close fight, the era of the it could go either way for boxing. That's what we're in that era right now. The era of it could have went either way as far as boxing. We're in that era. That's all they say, right? They keep repeating the same shit. Oh, it was a close fight, could have went either way. Now, everybody, never before in boxing were people calling a fight a draw. Everybody calling a fight a draw now. Oh, it was a draw. I would have called it a draw. Bullshit. Somebody had the advantage. Somebody did a little bit more than the other. Some fighter, okay, had the upper end. So it's no freaking, it could have been a close fight, closely fought, but somebody won that bitch. You know what I mean? Somebody did just a little bit more or a lot more than the other fighter. But now that's what they're pushing here in boxing. Okay? To generate more enthusiasm and interest in a rematch. And now they're saying last night, well, Golovkin, they always throw Canelo in there. Oh, Canelo definitely going to want to fight Derevyanchenko now after this fight. Canelo definitely going to want to fight Triple G after he saw him last night. He won comfortably, bro. And my bad, y'all. They want to be a multi-weight because they're now trying to say they're trying to use that for pound. If you were in multiple weight classes. But they're not unifying no belts. And it's 4 belts now. So that's why if you're always going to ask me, my pound for pound list is whoever was undisputed. So literally, and you get 3, you get honorable inclusion if you get at least 3 of the 4 belts. So, again, right now in this current era, Terrence Crawford Alexander Usyk. And you know what? It's hard. Since Alexander Usyk did that at cruiserweight, I'll go ahead and throw him in there. But once he a heavyweight, I already take him out. But I'm going to put out Alexander Usyk. Why? Because he was undisputed. Terence Crawford. Why? Undisputed. You are undisputed. Ain't no king of the middleweights unless you're undisputed. Like they try to claim Canelo. Canelo never been undisputed. So you know king of no middleweights. The only kings of any division are those who have, whoever has the majority of the belts, at least 3 of the 4, 75%, or you got all of them. Or should I say you got all of them, or at least 3 of the 4 of them. Then I give you, you know what I'm saying, the mention for my pound for pound list. So be honest with me, these are only 2 who deserve to be on pound for pound list. Terence Crawford, Alexander Usyk. And now Alexander Usyk went up to heavyweight. Heavyweights are automatically excluded from a pound for pound list because a heavyweight beats everybody else, hands down. The baddest heavyweight is going to beat everybody else in the divisions. Heavyweights, pound for pound, was for every division, excluding the heavyweight. Because heavyweight is going to win. They're at the top of the crop. Okay? So Terence Crawford, respectfully, not Lomachenko, not Canelo, not Spence, not Inoue, not whoever else you want to fucking put in there. Undisputed. You want to go for undisputed? You become undisputed, you deserve to go on that pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? Or you just was magnificent and go 50-0. You know what I'm saying? But, or your fucking resume is stacked with everybody. And it's not that many questionable decisions on your resume. If you have a resume was stacked with amazing talent, that fighters you fought, and you have clearly outright beat all of them, maybe one hiccup on there, but you beat that. Everybody can clearly see you beat all of them. Okay, I give you that. But other than that, no. After the fight, before the fight, the crowd was chanting Triple G. After the fight, Triple G was getting booed. That tells you everything you need to know. Absolutely, bro. Sergey put in that work, Lee Kraft. Boxing needs to understand the greatest pay-per-view draws are organic. Just because the PR team is behind a guy doesn't make him a star. Absolutely. Tomasco Mark. Shout out Chris Tion. Scott X Scarier. It's the political landscape which filters through the judging, which is messing up the sport. We see time and time again, the big asset fighter, 90, 100 gets the nod. Yep, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And now I want to say, well, and your boy Eddie Hearn said, well, Triple G was ill. They always kind of create a fucking excuse. Hit the like button, please. Get me up to freaking 20. Come on. They always want to create a freaking excuse. Why a fighter didn't perform how we expected. But they're forgetting and leaving out the narrative that the other fighter performed greater than they expected. So it wasn't this fighter who was ill or with this and making excuses for. No, this fighter rose to the fucking occasion. Derevyanchenko's not young at all either. He's 33. And he's fighting for his legacy. He only has 14 fights himself. He's just like a Lomachenko. And you know damn well he ain't gonna get in no Hall of Fame with no freaking 13, 14 fights unless he ain't gonna get no considerable recognition unless he beat some outstanding fighters. So Derevyanchenko's fighting for the same thing. He's just not getting the freaking, he just don't got Bob Arum, the dog god, Bob Arum, talking him up. So I see I get no like buttons, so I know I got a bunch of the boxing employees who don't like what I'm saying right now. I could dig it. You goddamn right, Tomasco Mark. He knocked his equal. Man, Sergey was giving so many beautiful combinations on him. With that, his gash, and Sergey had the same nasty gash that Tyson Fury had. Tyson Fury just had two of them. Boom, boom. Sergey had that same gash. It was giving him the business, Slim. Yeah, it's 15 bucks. I don't think it bots. You got 15 boxing employees that's seeing what's being said around the internet. They say, okay, I don't like that narrative. I'm not going to hit the like. You got a lot of people who ain't real boxing fans. Did you see Triple G trainer saying it was his fault? The narrative is even if Triple G loses, it's not his fault. Man, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Did y'all see the fight hype joint with Eddie Hearn and Lou DiBella? And everybody was like, look, it's getting so blatant and so obvious now that they can't put no spin on it. It's an impossible. It's mission impossible to put a spin. Okay? Even the most blind, dumbest fans could see who win these fights now. And they're still giving it the other way. The commentators are still spinning it was a close fight. It could go either other way. So everybody lose credibility and integrity. The entire boxing world is being deflated of its fucking integrity. Visually, on the biggest apps, whether it's Fox Sports, DAZN, don't ask us to buy these apps. Don't ask us to buy your fucking pay-per-view if you're not going to be real and give it to the best man that night. So, boxing is becoming unanimously disgusting. It's become unanimously disgusting. Real talk. It's not fair. We've seen, look, who was the guy Romero? Who was the guy Virgil Hunter fought last week? Who was the guy Virgil Hunter, not Virgil Hunter fought, but a fighter he was training last week in the fight that was an undercard for the Spence Porter fight. Let me shout out that fighter because nobody gonna say his name again because he got shitted on. Let me shout out all the fighters that don't got the money in their bag. Who was that fighter, Romero? Barrios. Yes. Okay. Shout out to Patir. What's his name? Yeah, Akhmedov. Yeah, shout out. What's his name? Akhmedov. Exactly. after he done got turned into the goddamn Elephant Man. Did y'all see his face? Batir Akhmedov. Shout out to Batir Akhmedov, brother. You won that fight too, bro. You won that fight, Batir Akhmedov. Okay? And that bullshit was in the makings, and it gave Barrios that win, and he got booed at that decision too. You see his fucking face? He looked worse than Spence. The only motherfucker who looked worse, he was the only person who looked worse than Earl Spence that night after the fights, after they fought. But that was one, okay? So Batir Akhmedov, salute to you, brother, okay? Your fight became, I'm not going to say the R-bomb, but it was unanimously disgusting decision that you received. That's the shit. Unanimously disgusting. Unanimously disgusting decision. I can't even talk, I'm so still pissed. Batir Akhmedov, I want to do a video just for you. Because nobody going to talk about you. You don't got the big money. Virgil Hunter didn't even want to raise his own fighter's hand. You don't have we need to support the fighters who ain't getting dicked. If you create a strong crop and fighters get the recognition they deserve for their abilities and their talents, that make for better fights. That make for bigger pay-per-views. Because the fans will come and see, well, damn, you got two great fighters about to fight each other. Not just one fighter is great and the other guy is a fighter, okay, good, but not expected to win. He ain't expected to win. This great fighter is expected to win, who got all the money behind. But if you make this fighter prove that he's great or show that he has great capabilities and he's a great fighter too, along with this one, then you have a higher viewed fight, more pay-per-view sales, more subscriptions. Y'all got the game backwards. Boxing got the game so backwards right now. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it at all. People want to come see two fighters fight that both have great reputations. They both have great reputations, okay? For their craft, for the sport. But you got one who got all the praise and another one nobody knows. But guess what? If you was equal, if you was sharing on all the fighters that you give good praises, good recognition to, respect for their craft, okay? You give them some praise. Spread the praise around, pretty much. Spread the praise around to all the fighters deserving of it. Not just to the handful. Spread the praise around to all fighters deserving of it. Okay? And then you'll have more people enticed and intrigued to watch the fucking fight. You won't have fucking horrible pay-per-view numbers. 350,000 pay-per-view numbers ain't fucking decent in America. Get the fuck out of here. What bullshit are y'all trying to push? Everybody ain't stupid. Now, 350 pay-per-view sales, 350,000 pay-per-view sales is good in a country with 300 million fucking people. All of us ain't fucking stupid. You fucking nuts. That's what they pushing though. Hit the like button. That's the bullshit they pushing. 350 ain't a million no more. Ain't a million no more. All of a sudden, they dropped it down 2/3. It's 350,000. It's a good pay-per-view joint. The minimum is $1 million. The minimum is you got to. You got to hit 1 million pay-per-views. That's the standard, at least. That's the bottom. That's the cutoff point. Any below that is supposed to be a failure if it is to go to pay-per-view. But now they're selling us that 350K is good. Come on, man. You can see it's bullshit. Outright bullshit. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't freaking believe it. Yo, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Can't believe it, baby. It's amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. What up, though? LaRon 9817, my bag, y'all. I'm just in this. Man, this shit is crazy, Slim. Shit is fucking crazy. Boxing's going to bury itself. And you're right, MMA, you can see why MMA is kicking ass. You goddamn right, Suleiman. Vizio, what's up, baby? Yeah, not just Mayweather area. That was, yeah, the era before that with Tyson and Holyfield. That was the standard for De La Hoya. That's the standard. At least 1 million minimum in the United States of America. Not 350K. Who do they think they fooling? Man. But Derevyanchenko, I'm sorry you had to go through this. You got to get your face cut up. You go ahead getting your face cut up. All this and all that. And you get spitted on by the powers that be. That's what's disgusting. A fighter goes in, put his heart out, dedicates 3-4 months of his life to prepare to get that opportunity to show he belongs. And he gets disgraced. He belonged, and he proves he belonged to the public, but not to the handlers of the sport. It's a fucking disgrace. So the sport wants you to support them abusing fighters. That pretty much boils it down. You know what I mean? The sport, the businessmen, the coach, the companies, they want us to support their open abuse of fighters, of them denying fighters getting what they deserve. Some bullshit sanctioning belts that ain't worth a motherfucking thing. They fight all their lives for this shit. And they're just getting spitted on. I ain't talking about your cash cows, your superstars. All they do is get credit and praise they don't deserve. I'm talking about the Derevyanchenkos of the world, the Sean Porters of the world, the Mr. Gary Russell Jr.'s of the world, the Batir Akhmedovs of the world. Y'all just spit in their face. You spit in their fucking face. Y'all should be just... Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, man. Y'all lower than the shit underneath my shoe. Real talk. Yeah, Jacobs need to get a rematch with Triple G. Jacobs need a rematch with Canelo. Come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Real talk. You know what I mean? It's bad. It's getting bad right now. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? It just simply isn't fair. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's just plain out wrong, bro. You know what I mean? And the fighters deserve better. The fighters really deserve better, man. Real talk. Real talk. They deserve so much better treatment than they're getting. It's a damn shame, man. It's a fucking shame. But let me answer some questions, man. Let me answer some questions before I get out of here, bro. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just really pissed, man. This shit is so, you know what I mean? It was fucked up when it happens for Canelo. The entire media storm. The entire media. It seemed like when it happens to Canelo, when he gets these gifts, it seemed like the PBC is working for Canelo. DAZN is working for Canelo. Bob Arum is working for Canelo. Everybody's working for Canelo. Why can't nobody just say the truth? It happens all the time for these fighters. Canelo ain't no golden goose of this era. Canelo fights aren't even hardly competitive anymore. They don't even look competitive. It looked like he got carried during that Jacobs fight. I'm not going to say it was a robbery. But it looked like Jacobs was carrying him. The corruption is real. Lee Craft, a.k.a. you absolutely right, man. LeRon 9817, put terrible in all caps. You think Triple G versus Andre will happen next? Triple G gonna run the hell away from Andre. You think Triple G gonna get in there with Andre after this shit? Triple G don't want nothing but the Canelo fight right now. Triple G is begging. He's about to beg for that Canelo fight right now. Behind closed doors where no one's looking. Thank you, LeBron. And put a terrible and throw something in quotations so to give it more context. All wrong, Vizio. Shout out to Vizio. Let me shout out everybody in the chat, man. Show my love. Man, I didn't even sleep right, man. I was like, I felt for Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko, I'm pouring my heart out for you, bruh. Sean Porter, I'm pouring my heart out for y'all. Because y'all not, the game is doing you dirty. Gonna go gone. The game is doing y'all dirty. You know what I mean? The game is doing so many fighters in y'all position dirty. And it don't make sense. No, because the game ain't fair. Like they say, life ain't fair, right? It's not fair for the top. The game is trying to make it seem like 3 or 4 fighters rise above everybody else. It's that far apart when it's bullshit. Well, you got 3 or 4 fighters and you got 25 other fighters that's right there on the same fucking level. That give them that fucking business. But the industry, the boxing handlers, shot callers, and makers, is making it seem like 3 or 4 is just like fucking gods in the sport, in their prime. Canelo's out of his prime too. Canelo's on a downslide. After this DAZN contract is up, he's done. I think he's going to walk away from the sport. We can see now, Triple G, downslide. So these fighters on a downslide, let other great fighters push them up, build them up. So to fill the spots that you guys are so coveting. I know, bro. Lee Craft, aka TPK the first. So you change. TPK is ridiculous. That's what's so sad about this shit. That's why I gotta just go all in and out. It's just like, I ain't even talk about these big motherfuckers. I might not get the views. Fuck it. I'ma pay to play. For real views, no bots. Real shit. You know what I mean? Put my shit just on the recommended videos list. Where them shit showed up where people, they're in front of people's eyes so they can see it. I'm just gonna do that shit. For the motherfucking fighters not getting the motherfucking credit they deserve. And getting heart wrenched out of them. Getting the fucking soul just, they make them just say fuck it. Just get their soul just raped out of their asses. You know what I mean? After they put their fucking face, their body, their brain on the line and not get what they fought for and deserved for. You hear them? Man, it's fucking sickening, bro. It's sickening. And we support this shit. It's sickening. Yeah. Triple G handed that bitch that night. He said it. I think Triple G came out and said, yo, tonight was a bad night for me. Or tonight was a bad night for me. Tonight was a great night for Derevyanchenko. But Derevyanchenko, when that shit raised up, it was evident on Triple G's face after that decision. It was evident. He couldn't even fucking hide it. You can't even fake it. Canelo's great at faking like he won. Canelo's the greatest at that shit. But Triple G couldn't even fake it. He was just like, got his hand raised, and he whispered something in Derevyanchenko's ear. And I know it was your night. I know he did it. He had to whisper that in Derevyanchenko's ear. Yo, this was your night. And that is supposed to, when the fighter who gets their hand raised, who didn't deserve to really have it raised, him saying that in the fighter's ear is supposed to be like some consolation prize for that fighter. Fuck no. That ain't no consolation prize. Him having his hand raised up, the victor, and that W in this win column, that 1 in this win column, +1, and not a -1 in the loss, is supposed to happen. Man, it's fucking disgusting. Unanimously disgusting. Yeah. The same way Suleiman should pin that motherfucker. The same way Vladimir gracefully handed the torch to AJ. Triple G should to Derev. He knew he lost that fight and should have said the truth. I didn't even watch the post-fight press conference. What was said in the post-fight press conference? Actually, I'm going to put that shit on. I didn't even watch the post-fight press conference. I was disgusted. I didn't want to see shit else. You feel me? Lou DiBella was pissed. That's the video I'm looking for right now. The joint by Fire Hype. Everybody knew it was a piss. Everybody making excuses. He was ill. Get the fuck out of here. And then they would say, was it a robbery? And Lou DiBella, I said, no. Derevyanchenko was robbed of his moment. You know what I mean? Because you can't say the word robbery in boxing. no more. You know what I mean? They can't say that no more. Oh no. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that. Don't say it was robbed. Let's hear this. I'm gonna end it out with this shit. Yeah, I know. Ain't no motherfucker. Only motherfucker was ill. The only motherfucker was ill in that bitch was Derevyanchenko with those combinations. He was throwing some ill ass combinations in that bitch. Boom. And giving Triple G that business.
No, 8-4 in rounds. There was obviously another point on the knockdown, so I didn't have it a 4-point fight. I had it a 3-point fight.
So you think you got robbed?
Man, I don't want to use these out. You know, here's one thing. I think the Triple G is a great fighter.
I know, right?
And he's had all these moments in his life to cement his legacy. Tonight, Derevyanchenko cemented his legacy, and he was robbed of that moment. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that, but he was robbed of that moment. And it made me feel sick, because that was like a Gaddy Ward fight fought at a skill level like 10 levels above. But just tonight, it wasn't Triple G's night, and I think he knew it. Yeah, I think I love Triple G, one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Of course he knew it. You
But
see his face?
He didn't win tonight, I believe.
Not true, but anyway.
Eddie, I saw Andre right after the fight. He seemed very frustrated.
Well, no, yeah, because he gets in the ring, Gennadi's just had an absolute war.
Yeah.
And Demetrius is going up to him and saying, come on, let's fight. And he's like, whoa, all right. And he actually said to him.
And Eddie Hearn got to be trying to play damage control. Eddie Hearn get put into situations of damage control like a motherfucker. Eddie Hearn he ain't going against, he definitely a company man, Eddie Hearn. I respect him. I love what he's doing for the sport. I love what I think he's the hardest worker in the sport right now. He's the hardest working promoter in the sport, in my opinion.
After getting hit in the back of the head and having
Yeah,
a knockdown early,
and I was saying that the live, like, I can see motherfucking Triple G doing the rabbit punch. It's like, what the
like a
fuck?
stuck pig for 11 rounds, yet still putting Triple G through the most grueling.
Oh my God, man. Man, your boy, Derevyanchenko, you fought a beautiful fight. Salute to you, Sergey Derevyanchenko.
But
You rose, you're not consistent with every fight, but this motherfucking night was yours, bro. Salute to you, Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Trying to prove his own greatness after getting hit in the back of the head and having a knockdown early that probably changed the fight a little bit.
This is the voice of Lou DeBella.
Bleeding like a stuck pig for 11 rounds, yet still putting Triple G through the most grueling, brutal fight of his career. That was, I mean, I got the punch down. I didn't have to look at the punch that's no, we outlanded him, but we outthrew him in power punches by like 150 punches. We outlanded him in power punches by almost 50%. And Canelo never landed more than, forget the most power punches ever landed on Triple G was 200 by Canelo.
Hey, so Lou DeBella, Lou DeBella, Sergey Derevyanchenko's promoter?
And Triple G's one of the greatest fighters of all time. And he had a great, look, I'll tell you something, they both fought great tonight. But just, I really in my heart believe that Sergey won this fight. And I'm gutted for him, man. I'm gutted because Triple G's had all these opportunities to cement his legacy and prove his greatness. And tonight was the moment that Sergey's been waiting for his whole career. And I think he rose to that moment. And I sort of think he got fucked.
How did you score it?
I scored it 8-4. I mean, I know there were a couple of rounds that were close, but I scored it 8-4 on rounds. Obviously, there was the extra point to Triple G for the knockdown. But I
Oh man, I'm out of here, man. This shit is draining. Like the words of Bob Arum said, you got to be a moron. And this is Bob Arum himself. I'm gonna download that video and put the clip on and use that shit as one of my my intros to my opening video. That's the intro to my opening video. You got to be a fucking moron to take this shit seriously. I'm paraphrasing. But you got to be a moron to take this shit serious. That's what he said about boxing from out his words, talking to Eddie Hearn and to the press. You got to be a motherfucking moron to take this shit seriously. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say that, you know what, the fighter should do the same. If you're gonna fight, you're gonna work hard your fucking life. Put yourself through grueling, uncomfortableness, pain, and get dicked at the end of the night, and at the end of the fight. Man, I'm telling y'all, this is disgusting. It's disgusting. Unanimously disgusting. Batir Akhmedov, you won. Sean Porter, you won. And another fucked up decision. Sergey Derevyanchenko, you won. These are three blatant robberies. Sorry, I said the R-bomb, I'm sorry. 3 blatant robberies over the last week, 2 weeks. 3 of them. Come on. The sport cannot survive with this. Real talk. Not in a good light. Boxing has a nasty black eye on it right now. And that black eye is swelling. Okay? That shit needs some Bactine, some Neosporin. You need an ice pack. It needs a whole lot of shit. This is Myron Magnus, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. Rest, relax, hug, spend time, kiss your people and your family, your children. Tell them you love them. Because no days promise, life is short. One love. And say fuck boxing. Stay away from this shit. Okay? This shit, it's causing too much stress that it should not be causing. This bullshit is causing stress it don't deserve to be causing in people. Okay? Fuck that. One love, I'm out.